Captain Falcon and Ganondorf, the protagonist of the F-Zero franchise making his 4th appearance in the series, and the antagonist of the Legend of Zelda series making his 3rd. Two characters that share absolutely nothing in common, but inexplicably have a similar moveset in the Smash Bros. Series, starting with Ganondorf's appearance in Melee as a clone of the Captain. No two clones in the game have such a similar moveset yet play so drastically differently. Captain Falcon, a very fast and mobile character relying on throws and aerial combos, and Ganondorf, a very slow character, relying on the sheer strength and power of his attacks to punish his opponents. In today's video, we are going to be going over each character's movesets, combos, kill moves, and their differences, and hopefully find out which is the better character, or at least which is better suited for you. This video was made in the 1.08 version of the game and will reflect the characters in that state. Ganondorf is taller and heavier than Captain Falcon, but considerably slower in almost every single way. Captain Falcon has the 39th fastest walk speed compared to Ganondorf at 51st. Captain Falcon has the 2nd fastest run in the game, and Ganondorf has the 3rd slowest. Captain is tied for 12th in airspeed, and Ganondorf sits at 50th. Captain sits at 4th and 5th in fall speed and fast fall speed respectively, with Ganondorf sitting at a tie for 14th and a tie for 15th respectively. Ganondorf is the 5th heaviest character in the game, and Captain Falcon is tied for 11th. With Ganondorf's extra height and weight slowing him down comes more power, however, with most of his attacks doing more damage and knockback than the Captain's. Both are bait and punish characters, with Captain Falcon using his speed of his moves for mix-ups, while Ganondorf relies on tech chases. Captain Falcon, using his great run speed, has a great grab and pivot grab game that he uses to combo opponents and get them in the air, where he can combo into up airs for damage and finish or kill with fairs and bears. Captain's speed also gives him a great dash attack to start off chains and fast jab combo as well. Getting your opponent in the air is essential, allowing you to punish their return to the ground or to the stage with your powerful smash attacks and aerials. Ganondorf has a much slower game. Without the speed to approach safely, Ganondorf really has to rely on baiting and punishing your enemy. His attacks, while slow, when connected, are some of the most powerful and punishing punishes in the game. His aerials are also a force to be reckoned with, just like Captain Falcon, with all of his aerials having the potential to kill. When stacking up their kill potential against one another, here's how they compare in a controlled environment at mid-stage against Wii Fit Trainer. As a friendly reminder, this is just to compare the strength of their similar attacks and not a kill percentage guide. And the target does DI and there is no rage in training mode. Every single attack does 1.00 times base damage no matter what. This cannot be stressed enough. Captain Falcon's forward smash kills as early as 56%, tilted upwards kills as early as 53%, and downward at 59%. Ganondorf's forward smash by comparison kills as early as 36% under these conditions. And while Ganondorf's F smash can be tilted, it always does the same damage and knockback. Captain Falcon's up smash kills as early as 60%, with Ganondorf's killing as early as 51% under the same conditions. Captain Falcon's down smash kills from the front at 89% and from the back at 67%. Ganondorf's down smash is multi-hit and can only kill on the second hit, which kills as early as 76%. Falcon Punch kills as early as 79% and reversed at 66%. Warlock Punch kills as early as 61% and when B reversed kills at 16%. Yeah, you heard me right. It's freaking strong, and that's without rage. Falcon Kick kills vertically as early as 116%. Ganondorf's Wizard's Foot does more horizontal damage, so it doesn't kill grounded at a useful percent, but from the air can kill as early as 89% on a grounded target. Captain Falcon's Sweet Spotted Fair kills at 81%, with Ganondorf killing at 117%. Captain Falcon's Bear kills at 120%, and Ganondorf at 107%. Captain Falcon's Down Air kills a grounded opponent at 163%, and Ganondorf at 109%. Captain Falcon's Side Special kills at 110%, while Ganondorf's can only kill offstage. Ganondorf's up tilt kills properly spaced as early as 43% fully charged, and Captain Falcon's can only kill with it on an offstage opponent. Captain Falcon's up special kills at the ledge at 125%, while Ganondorf's doesn't kill at a useful percent. While the speed and kill power discrepancies are there are also differences in their moves that greatly impact how they're used. Captain Falcon's Falcon Punch and Ganondorf's Warlock Punch have different properties. Warlock Punch, as previously stated, is stronger in all cases and also has greater range. Warlock Punch is, however, significantly slower, but does have super armor on the attack for an astounding 51 frames. The strength of the punches also have variables. Falcon Punch is weakest in the air, does the same damage grounded or B reversed in the air, and is strongest on a grounded B reverse. However, Warlock Punch is weakest on the ground, then grounded B reversed, then aerial, and strongest as a B reversed aerial. Falcon Kick and Wizard's Foot also have different properties. Wizard's Foot does slightly more damage in most cases and has greater range with more active frames. Falcon Kick grounded at its most potent point sends your opponent at an 80-degree angle for vertical kills. Wizard's Foot grounded sends your opponent at a 45-degree angle and won't kill horizontally very well. Instead, Wizard's Foot is more useful from the air, killing either airborne or grounded opponents off the top. It also spikes an aerial opponent. Captain Falcon's side special Raptor Boost kills opponents vertically on the ground, and when connected on an offstage opponent, can spike. Ganondorf's side special Flame Choke has a similar startup, but instead is a command grab, and can be preceded with a tech chase afterwards for combos, or used in the air, it will grab your opponent and send you both downwards toward the stage for more damage. Offstage, it can be used as a murder-suicide move that will kill your opponent just before Ganondorf, sealing a victory in a last stock situation. Aerial-wise, they both have a down air spike. They have the same active hitbox frames, but Ganondorf's has higher base damage and knockback as well as a bigger hitbox, connecting even when not spiked, but still with good knockback. Captain Falcon's Fair is also different from Ganondorf's. It has a much larger active hitbox window and has a 1-frame sweet spot for greater damage and knockback growth. Up tilt wise, Ganon's Charges has windbox properties and does massive shield damage when unleashed and spikes incoming opponents. Captain Falcon's is simply much faster and more reliable as a spike due to its speed, but doesn't annihilate shields or have windboxes. Up special wise, Captain Falcon's hitbox is active for the command grab for 2 more frames and does more damage at the latch and the attack for greater knockback and stage spike possibilities. So with all that, let's see how they stack up against one another's moveset. Jab goes to Captain Falcon. It's much faster, can do more damage, and is multi-hit. Dash Attack goes to Captain Falcon. He can use it very well thanks to his great run speed and sets him up for combos more than it does for Ganondorf. Tilts is close. Ganondorf's are slower and have more ending lag, but he does rely on them more. It really comes down to the up tilts. Ganondorf's does massive shield damage, but is incredibly slow, while Captain Falcon's is much faster as a viable spike, so slight advantage to Captain Falcon. Neutral special is also pretty close, but it goes to Falcon Punch. Ganondorf's does more damage and knockback, but is useless in their aerial versions, even if they are stronger, because he can't jump to take advantage of them. Captain Falcon's does great damage and knockback regardless, even without super armor, is easier to land because it's faster and less punishable because it has 8 to 10 less frames of ending lag. Side special, advantage Ganondorf. It sets up tech chases as your opponent is hard pressed to tech it, and its murder-suicide property can decide a match. Down special, advantage Ganondorf. It's easier to land on the ground for a punish, and its ability to kill from the air makes it a more viable kill option. Up special goes to Captain Falcon. More active frames and more damage. Aerials, advantage Captain Falcon. They both have a great spike, but the Knee of Justice kills sooner than Ganondorf's Fair by a lot, and Captain can juggle with his up airs, setting up into his better killing aerials. Low percent kills goes to Ganondorf. He kills sooner in most smash attacks. Warlock Punch is a monster if landed, and he can break shields to set up for these attacks, along with a stronger dare for spikes. High percentage kills, advantage Captain Falcon. His faster speed and some of his faster attacks make it easier to land a killing blow, and his greater grab game can set up for a back throw kill better than Ganondorf's. Forward smash goes to Ganondorf. It does greater damage and knockback and only comes out 2 frames later than the Captain's. Up smash goes to Captain Falcon. Ganondorf's is stronger, but due to Captain's multi-hit nature of his attack, it's easier on both grounded opponents and those returning to the stage. Down smash goes to Ganondorf. The multi-hit isn't guaranteed, but it's faster and does more damage and knockback than the Captain's. Edge guarding is very close. Ganondorf has the better dare spike and can also spike with up tilt and down B, but Captain Falcon's better recovery allows him to go deeper with his aerials, and his up tilt is faster than Ganondorf's. Ganondorf has the side B murder suicide going for him, while the Captain has a much better up special for stage spikes. It's very situational, so we'll call this one a tie. Throws goes to Captain Falcon. Top tier dash grab, pummel, and throw combos. On shield goes to Captain Falcon. While Ganondorf does have his side B as a command grab, Captain Falcon's grab game is just far superior with less ending lag on most of his moves, making his attacks safer on shield. Recovery advantage Captain Falcon. He jumps higher and is safer returning from the air due to his airspeed. So while the characters have many similar attacks, their playstyles are not quite as similar, mainly due to the speed and power differences. Captain Falcon's speed gives him much more viable offensive and defensive options. He's also faster and has better recovery. Ganondorf is incredibly strong, but he has to rely on his opponents to make a mistake to unleash most of them. His high knockback and slow moves make him hard pressed to combo, while comboing is like Captain Falcon's thing. Both are strong on the ground, with Ganondorf's punishes and Captain's grab game, but Ganondorf is quite vulnerable in the air, and Captain Falcon excels in the air. So which is better? Well, of course, that always comes down to personal preference of the player and whom they perform better with individually. But it should come as no surprise that the general consensus prefers Captain Falcon, both in popularity as well as in competitive viability, where the two have the second biggest gap in agreed upon viability between clones, second only to Mario and Dr. Mario. They both have strengths and weaknesses, but the disparity between the two cannot be ignored in certain areas. It's all up to how you play with one character over the other. It's a mystery as to why these two are paired together as semi-clones. They each come from different franchises and don't share similarities in their respective games. As a racer, Captain Falcon's moveset had to be completely invented. Ganondorf, on the other hand, has had many different abilities shown throughout his games, but was elected to be giving none of his own moves and instead became a clone, and that really hasn't changed throughout each iteration of Smash. But he has managed to gain his own fans anyway. The only link between the two is that Captain Falcon has throughout all of the Smash Bros. Games always shared the same weight as Link, Ganondorf's sworn foe. But they're each pretty fair fighters. Ganondorf has a sword, but refuses to use it. Similarly, Captain Falcon has a gun, but won't use it. What nice sportsmanship. So who do you prefer? Fire or magic? Falcon Punch or Warlock Punch? The helmet or the weird hair crown bedazzle thing? Try both and see which works best for you. And above all, have fun. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out the other Clone Wars videos I have done. We only have one pairing to go in Link and Toon Link to close out the series. If you would like to know more about how to play each of these characters, check out my For Glory guides I did on each of them, or maybe a Falcon Punch montage in case you like awesome things. Be sure to leave a comment down below on who you prefer, and if you haven't already, subscribe.